Hey, for a long time, I've had people trying to paint a bad picture about me, about how negative I am. For an example, at work, at my job, I work at a shred plant. I've had people on the team that was always trying to paint a negative picture about me. I was the one with the attitude. I was the one that had a negative influence on the team towards the people. And then this past Wednesday at Bible study, we're like, at the Bible study, you talk about scripture or whatever like that. And there are, two scriptures. One of them, Psalm 139, 23 to 24, talks about, search me, God, and know my heart and all that. And that's actually one of my favorite scriptures. And then Proverbs talk about Proverbs 23:7 talks about what we think and believe in our heart shapes our behavior. Pretty much that's what it said. And that's it for a long time. Because I'm the quiet person. But I'm the type of person to where if you say something smart to me, if you treat me ill, treat me any kind of way, in a disrespectful way, I'll check you. And they didn't like that because it's like, how can this quiet person get smart with me? And I'm like, well, I don't do bullies. But anyway, people been trying to paint a picture that I'm a pretty much a bad person. I'm not a good person to hang around or to talk to. And I'm like, it's not about what other people think of you. It's about what you think of you. It's actually about what God says about you. It's what people opinions and what they say doesn't matter. But I didn't make it any better reacting the way that they wanted me to react when I was provoked, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, you got people be talking to you all kinds of crazy, but that doesn't mean you can cuss them out, especially if you're a believer in Jesus Christ. You can't be, and that's what the enemy wants you to do. Wants you to be out here looking all crazy. See, I told you she got attitude. I told you she just, yeah. Took me a long time, took me years to get to the point to where I'm not this person. I'm not that person that you're saying that I am. I'm not the person with an attitude. I'm not the person that's negative. I'm not the person that's hateful. I'm not the one that's going around provoking people. I'm here minding my business. I'm just trying to clock in, do what I need to do, and go home. That is it. You over here bothering me. So, Proverbs 23:7 and Psalm 139, 23 to 24. When you have days like that, and when you work at a job that have people like that brings out that, because everybody has a side to them, that brings out that ugly side of you and try to make you look bad. Just always remember, just always meditate on that. Meditate on those scriptures. I'm starting to build my relationship deeper with God. I'm trying, I'm building that, trying to become more intimate, trying to deepen the knowledge and the understanding of his word and all that. And when we talked about those scripture, when we talked about examine your heart and all that other stuff, that was actually one of the topics. It made me, it reminded me of what I used to go through at work years ago. Now things have gotten better, but every now and then I do have some workers, some co-workers that be trying me and be trying to prove that I am still the same person I was today. And no, absolutely not. I've changed over the time. It took a minute, but over time I have matured, because we are brand ambassadors. We are representatives of Jesus Christ. You can't be out here people bringing you out of your character and all that other stuff. And you've come such a long way. And the messed up part about it is they've seen you come a long way, because you don't react and you don't respond the way you used to. If that meant they mess with you and you don't respond back like you used to respond. I've changed, and you're trying to bring me out. No ma'am. But yeah, just especially having a 9 to 5. Having a 9 to 5 is already stressful and overwhelming enough, and you having to deal with people that you be like, oh, man, I do not feel like coming in, do not feel like clocking in, do not feel like going to work with these people, but you know what, I'm going to behave the best way I can. So remember, when you have those moments with your coworkers or whatever, you have those moments at work, one of those days, just meditate Proverbs 23:7 and Psalms 139:23-24. It's gonna take you a minute, depending, but it's gonna help you a lot. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to meditate day and night. And it definitely has helped me to mature and to grow. And even when out of nowhere, unprovoked, out of nowhere, you'd be like, what did I do? How did we even get here for you to be talking to me like that? Child, trust me. I know. I get it. But I'm not gonna let anybody continue to label me and paint a picture that I am this person, that I am always no, I've changed. That's all I gotta say. Enjoy your day.